Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're having an awesome day. If you like it, subscribe, that'd be pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna maybe move a bit of this today, but I have another sort of plan in mind, and that's why we've got this and this out here. See the yeah, probably better just to build a normal bridge. I was testing to see if this was quicker or if this was quicker. Now, in the long run, that is actually probably quicker in the short term, but in the long run, if this is hooked up to more tubeways, this is probably better. They just had to walk all the way out here because I don't have it linked to anything. But it's only a temporary structure, sort of, as I needed them to dig this hole for us. And I should have done it with dynamite, but I didn't. Because we need another tunnel all the way down here. What's going on? Move sideways, thank you. So we can start linking up these bad tide sources from above. I just don't know what layer we're going to put them on, so I'm thinking I might delete this. So we don't really need the tunnel here, even though I've now dug it all the way out the back there. Just glad to have my game running. Thank you very much, guys, for fixing that. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. However, let's just fill in some of this, because we want that thing to link up to, where's the other, that one, so we want these two to link together, and I'm thinking we're just going to have them slide off the map. Yeah, we might, because ideally I'd like to get all the bad tide off the surface. All the way off, so we're gonna have it feed underground, then we're gonna probably, hopefully, replace all the bad water areas with good water. And then we can decide where we put our Beavertopia type thingy. Yeah, when we 9 unemployed? The plan has changed just a little bit. So, we've got these guys. So we've put in some of these because we really kind of need some science, and it's probably better just to utilize our power. Speaking of which, actually, are we getting enough power? Just. I kind of forgot what I was going to put here, so I need to go back and watch the last video to work it out, because chat's not helping. We are not going to connect up all of these bad water sources anymore. It's just going to take way too long and achieve absolutely nothing, seeing as we can cap them like this, and then we can use, where is she? This guy, this one, on these to get what we need and then tap in from underground. So, yeah, but there's no need to build an underground lake or an underground river system for that. However, there is still probably a good reason to build one for the main water system. It goes through here leading into this tank. Although the tank itself stays rather full. It's not actually empty. Surprisingly enough. I would have thought it would have emptied out by now, but no, it's still good. We haven't needed any more water, thankfully, and we have filled up the water tanks. Beautiful, brilliant. Right, we don't need any more power at this moment. However, I was thinking of building a floating forest so we can get some more trees, some more lumber, some more wood. I do think that's what I was putting here. I just can't recall. So, until I have, I will keep emptying it out and then figure out what it is I was doing down here. I'm looking at it going, yeah, this is going to take them a minute. What, hang on. What happens if I just remove all of this? I was going to say the game doesn't like me doing that. Is it going to remove some of that? Yes. It's done most of the work for... Oh, that looks even worse. Actually, Minecraft. It's Minecraft. Let's get this. Okay, yep, right. I'm gonna sort this out because we need to put trees down here, and they're only gonna go in some places. And I don't really want it to look like a Minecraft. I was wondering what they were gonna do. See, we have this like overhang here. See this bit, and obviously this bit. We've got it, and so I was wondering what they would do if we just took out the area here and just left this. And as they do that, this is falling down as they take out these bits. This is, I think, right? Is that what's happening? Let's find out once I take out some more. Because all of this is now opening up. It looks like a wine glass now. As opposed to what it looked like earlier. We're having a few crashes. Actually, you know what? It's staying. Maybe it's got to get rid of these too. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out just a quicker way of getting the tunnel down. So let's get rid of this from this corner here and see what happens. Let's go 1, 2, 3 either side. Okay. We might be getting what we need. We might be getting a bit closer. I'm getting sick of, and uh-oh. Did I delete the road? No, I accidentally deleted the tunnel. Oh, son of a. Alright, it is actually doing what I was hoping. Yeah, I rebuilt it. It's okay. As they build one of these and then one of these, it's taking out another chunk. However, I still got to delete some of those platforms. So we'll get rid of some of these. And it took out a whole bunch over here too. Hey, that's pretty neat. However, I think I just deleted that road again because I cannot see it. There was another mod that's called Delete That Thing, which would only delete the object that you've highlighted, which is a very, very handy mod. I can't wait until this is released, and I think it's next month. This update 7 actually hits the main branch for everybody, and hopefully by then all the little bugs we're having with our mods will be all nicely tidied up. Oh, beautiful! Look at that. That spectacular. All right, we're gonna build a forest down here. In an effort, well, or in an attempt. That's the word I'm looking for. To find a much quicker way of building all this without having to put supports underneath it, because you can't put a tunnel piece here without putting a support underneath it. We've come up with a rather ingenious idea. Good old chat and myself come up with an idea. So all this should disappear once this block's built and the support's removed. Sorry, before even the support is removed. So beautiful. So what we've done here is we've decided we'd go up and into the wall on the next level, and then go round the wall above, obviously the next layer out. So we're next layer out, kind of like a sort of a walkway around the outside at the top, and that's deleting every other block above it, without us having to put support platforms or too much tunnel work. So that's how we're getting it done nice and fast. Thank goodness. Remember, guys, this is a good reason why you should stream your games. Because people can give you a hand with stuff. Like, well, I mean, I clearly need it. Just figured I'd get a bit of a view of, from this angle. We don't have the FPP mod yet. But we were just down here just watching all the, look at them go, meow. And we'll slow it down and get a better view of them. Look at them go. Oh, yeah. All those cool new textures. And just watching the roof pop here and seeing how it all falls apart. This was a brilliant idea, tunneling around the outside like this. It's so much cheaper and faster. And yeah, it creates, well, cave-ins, but do the cave-ins even really exist? Not really. Oh, oops. Yeah, so we're getting on with the forest. But while we're at it, we have also gone and, let me get up there. We have stuck in one of these bad boys. So we're getting a hell of a lot of bad water as we kind of need it, especially for those tunnel blocks. We can probably get rid of this bridge section here. Have we? Okay, good. It is actually getting built. Lovely. Because we're going to extend this. We're going to make this look a little stupid. I mean, a little silly. Not stupid, but silly. Just for the its and the giggles, right? So we're going to get this guy to go out here. Then we're going to take that piece off and get this guy to go there. And then we'll probably go... Now, this is also in preparation for what we're going to be doing downstairs with the other farm. We'll get to that shortly, too, of how we're going to get there from one side to the other in order to be able to get the trees. Right, it looks like we might even need another pillar down here. Because we're at the edge. We are. So how we're doing this is we just go... This is probably the wrong place for it. I think select the side and just draw it out. Yeah. So it looks like I'm kind of in the wrong spot-ish. We need some more pillars. All right, I'm going to fill this up. We can go back shortly. Here we have an example of an underground irrigation channel made by us to demonstrate something very important. So if we go up, this area is nicely irrigated because it is the block that water is touching. But we go up one more level, actually we go up another level, and there's no irrigation here at all, even though that is directly above that channel. So it's going to have to be probably 3 wide under there, although that doesn't really matter to us because this water's never going anywhere anyway. So we'll make this 3 wide down here just to make sure that we're getting enough irrigation above. And I don't know, maybe we'll lower this down, even though we're doing it so we don't have to, because above we have, yes, hello, yeah, spreading the range of our foresters. We've got these lovely bad boys and a whole bunch of reclaimed land going out over the river, thanks to these randomly placed pillars. Yeah, I think we've deleted these things 3 times today. Crash after crash after crash. But it's working at the moment. So we'll get this tunnel in and I'll bring you back shortly. Right, we're in the middle of a bad tide. So this is probably a good way to show and demonstrate this. All this is now irrigated because it is, I believe it's 3 squares away from here. And because of that, it stays irrigated. If it was 4 blocks away from this, it wouldn't be irrigated because it's only 3 wide. I think if you want to go 4 high, it needs to be 4 wide, so forth and so on. I'm not 100% sure. I think it still only goes 3 high, but that's what's working for us. That's how it's staying. So we now have access to all that. There's water running into there, which should always stay full because of this system here and this one that's further back behind it. Keeping them on different levels. We are going to replace all this. Currently, right now, it is sort of underway with more of the... Actually, no, it's not, because they can't reach them. Oops. Oh, well, I'll figure that one out in a minute. That's not overly important. The problem is we were starting to get low on wood. And without wood, everything suffers. So that should, hopefully, get itself sorted. There's 2 forests. There's one here, and there's one just underground over there. With this system, you don't necessarily need this system. So we do have 2 different ways of irrigating the water and irrigating the land at play right now. So you can pick your favorite one. Either one works. I don't know. Also, let me know what you think about seeing these above ground. I kind of like seeing this. It does make it look a little messy, maybe a little bit ugly, perhaps. But we do have it all linked now to the main trunk line. Let's go down there. So the main trunk line starting here, going this way, and also coming up here. So these are actually linked above ground as well, over here. There's no real need for it. I just figured I wanted to do it, seeing as we're branching out to do this. It does mean that this one like pop-up area can service a lot more area around it. Kind of like the idea of a big irrigation system. Right, you know, with the pipes going out and the water spreading, even though the water's coming from underneath. I don't know, just trying to come up with ideas and something a little bit different. With the space more or less cleared, we can start laying down the trees. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit, and yeah, and then I'll start laying it out, because I have an idea here for right about here somewhere. Now, to put down the final touches, yes, I want you to cut all of this, please. Oh, this takes a second too. Ugh. Because the Mark All Tree mod, I think, yes, the Mark All Trees mod, I think it is now not broken. Don't quote me on it. A whole bunch of mods got broken recently, and everyone's been scattering to get them all working. It looks like they're doing a good job as always. But there we go. So we've got an underground forest that is, what is happening? Oh, let's get out of this view. Get out of this view. Thank you. Right, so yes, we have the underground forest area fed by a tubeway from above, so the trees can go underneath. Bear in mind that they need, was it 3-4 spaces or something? There's enough room there for them all. If we go up like this, we can see the roof there. There we go. You can see the roof cavity. Good. Looks beautiful. We'll see. Now, where are the woodcutters though? The wood, they're there. Yep, there, and they do reach. This guy reaches all the way. This guy reaches 1 tile off. So they should be able to get all those trees. and they store all the wood in, there we go, in here. So hopefully after 30 days of them growing, we should be good. But let's just give it a quick rundown on what's happening. So we have our industry over here with a bit of science going on. Then we've got our main trunk line going through here, going to the housing and everything else. Then we've got obviously our motors, our engines for power out here. Uh-oh, we need some more. We need some more. This is another reason I was coming out here. We need to put down a cut. Do we still? Yeah, we do. Still got a builder's exit. So bear in mind that when you're doing all of this kind of stuff with the tube ways. Oh, oops. I need to make the pathing. So let's do that first. What was I saying? Yes, bear in mind when doing all this stuff with the tube ways that they do need to get access to things. So you will have to put some spacing in to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Space of 4? I think it's about right? Well, we'll find out eventually because I might be wrong. 1, 2. Oh, I'm completely wrong. It's a gap of 2. Dan can't count. 1, 2. It needs to go there. Okay, cool. Get on it, little... Oh, no. Get on it, little buddies. With our new engines in, we should have power for a little while. And I dug out a couple of trenches in preparation. You know what? I'm going to do this too. And... preparation. I've also noticed our mini-map's not looking so healthy because I removed all the negative water sources. So now the water's actually building up and we're getting a bit of a backflow into here. See all this? All this nastiness? This should not be here. It is flowing back in through this gap when there's a drought or something. So I have just had a look over here and hello, it is actually getting to the point where it's now flowing off the map. Isn't that cool? Running through all of that. Yes. All right. So what I think we need to do here is what we should have done a long time ago and chuck in a bunch of sluice gates right here to keep the water behind them nice and high and stuff, but 2 to prevent this from happening anymore. So let's chuck one there. I want to be able to do that. I don't want to have to get in there to get rid of those blocks. So we'll just keep them where they are. Yeah, let's do that. Hopefully that shouldn't overflow. I don't see why it would. We have a path here, which is helpful. And then we can always hide this afterwards with more terrain blocks, which would be lovely. I haven't got around to moving much of this. This is hello. Could you guys plant your trees, please? My brother, what are you doing? You know what? You're getting upgraded. I just realized we got 64 beaver bots doing nothing. I'm going to go and give them something to do. See you shortly. That should do the trick. I think. Hopefully. It will. It'll do the job. So this layering thing is actually pretty neat. We can use it to see where there might be a leak. Because if you think about it, we have a big giant wall. Massive wall around our good water here. This looks kind of cool. And there are areas where it almost might meet. You see this? So I think we need to come over here and shore up these defenses a little bit. Just having a quick squiz around to see where else I've left. Nope, that's fine. Might want to replace those. That's good too. And I did the one over here earlier as I noticed that was also leaking in. Can't have that. And over here, I think we might be all right because these blockages are high enough. Speaking of which, though, I think these are too. Oh, no, they're not. No. We need to go put another block over here. I've made up my mind. We're going to do this everywhere. All over the place. We're going to get all of these nicely cut off because I want to figure out where to put Beaverville. Beavertopia. I can never really think of a cool name for it. So, Beavertopia it is. That's just what we're going to keep calling them. Can I get... No. Can I get... Alright, we're going to get rid of some trees. We need to find a good spot. That's not the thing. That's the one. We need to find a good spot for that. So I'll get them sorting some of... Can we just go... Yeah, we can. Nice. I'll get them building some of this infrastructure. That's probably a little too far, man. We can go like that. That's... You know what? I don't care. I don't care. They're going to build it while I... Okay, maybe I care about that. What's going on? I've had about, I don't know, a dozen crashes between this and the last cut. It's not the game. It could be the way that I've got all the mods running. Something like that. But many crashes, so be that in mind if you're going to use mods. You're taking it kind of into your own hands there. And some things may break. They quite often do. So yeah, a little bit frustrating, but we'll get it done. We'll get it done. We want, you, right? Yes. Bonk. We'll put one of those there. Okay, so we're going to figure out where the rest goes, because we need to figure out where to put Beaverville. And I'm thinking maybe over here. I was thinking over here, because when you take the water away, it's quite deep. So we could adjust this water level if we like. It has a few sources, I think. I'll worry about that later, but there's really the only sort of inlets are here. So I think we can block that off quite nicely and put in some cool, like, underwater tubeways. Underwater. Hang on. Wait a minute. Can we... Does it... Okay, I'm going to find... I'm going to find this out. They, in fact, do not get wet traveling through a tubeway going through water. I mean, I was hoping that was the case, because, you know, it's a tubeway there, it should be enclosed, but you just never know. But they are not wet. No wet fur. No wet fur. Oh, that's... Okay, so that changes things up. Oh, just a tad. Just a little bit. I don't know if you guys ever been to those, like, places where you're walking through a tube and it's got, like, water around you and fish swimming around it. I'm thinking we try something kind of like that. Seeing as we're already doing some weird sort of underwatery stuff with these, right, with all these pillars and fake ground. If we could do it over here, maybe. I think that might be kind of cool. Anyway, I'll get planning on that once I've sorted out what I'm going to do next. And that's kind of the plan. Right there. That's right. That's the plan. It's going through the... Look, check this out. This is cool. Look at this. Look. It's going through the water. It's then going through... no, let's get rid of the water. And it's then going through this. Now, so... We have a couple of cool little modded bits. We've got the tubeway levee and a tubeway. Just a normal tubeway, so it just puts in the tubeway. I figured that was fine because it links these two together to help drain them out when we want them to drain. They hopefully drain faster. I don't know. But whereas here, I decided to use the levees and then the normal tubeway and a levee to keep it all blocked off. I'll explain this in a sec. Because we've come all the way out here, and hello, yes! It's capped off. And what's this? Another bridge? Yes, because we're gonna divert all the water sources. Is it? Oh, I see. It's red because that's neato. That's neat. Okay. Yes, we're gonna divert all the water sources so we can get the whole map looking nice and fresh and clean. Because it really kind of does. Yeah, thank you. Because it really doesn't. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. But we're getting there. And then down here, because I turned all the negative sources off, we needed something else. So we have this lovely contraption that comes up from underground. I didn't know how big a hole I needed to make. So I created this thing because in case we need to make a really large hole. I didn't. I needed one square. One. And what's that for? Let's get all the way downstairs and I'll show you. It's literally just, it's for this. It's just to help drain any excess water, especially the bad side, out of the map. I went a little overboard. It wasn't... Okay, now it's draining the good water out. Can we have it just maybe not do that? Because it's a drought? Yeah, let's just close that off, because then we can quickly empty this. Right here, we can quickly empty this out if we need to. The outlet is getting a little bit empty. I would like it to fill up a bit more than that. I am contemplating... Have I done it? Yeah, I have. Okay, good. I kind of probably want to swap them out for floodgates, or better yet, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it... Oh, gosh, I went way too far. Can I... Do we still have access? We do. Through that pathway, right? Yeah, okay, cool. I think I might just... Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to chuck a bunch... Hello. Yeah. We're going to chuck a bunch of floodgates on the back of this. First things first, let's get them to get rid of these. They can reach them, funnily enough. And I'll set this up. And just like that, it's done. And what is it? We have floodgates here to help bring this water level back up to where we would need it to be. And then it'll overflow, then go through the sluice gates. I've only ever done this a couple of times. I'm pretty sure it actually works. And just to keep it, you know, sort of aesthetically pleasing, we've hidden them. I love that we can do this now. This is so good. So fantastic. Also, I am reclaiming more land, or rather just we're getting more floating land here. And it looks like my game is now stable. I think it was a problem with a couple of my RAM chips. So they've been swapped out and replaced with something else. So series goes on. I thought that I'd broken it and that I'd need to restart. Okay, so we've got all of these, which thankfully I don't have to do. The next one was... I need to get to those two bad boys over there, don't I? Is that far away? Kind of. Alright, I'll get to it. I've done a few of these, and I figured I'd show you guys how I do my diverters now. Especially now that we have these new parts to play with. Unfortunately, I've kind of... Actually, we actually already got what we kind of need. We just don't want you there anymore. We need one of these that goes through here, like this. Which means we need a way to get down there, and I think... I think I put that in the wrong place. I have, haven't I? Yes. Oh, this is fantastic. So they're going to walk out this door, up this ladder, and then I'm going to make them come down this ladder, just to fulfill the rest of what they need to do. Yeah. Okay. And that's going to be just put a sluice gate here. Effectively, that's all they're going to need to do once they've made that hole. And we will also tell them to, if I can get it in the right spot, beautiful. Start capping it as well. I can't do that yet. Yes, and then that way we've got a cap over it. We can't see it. We can't see the sluice gates. Everything is good, and we might build in some infrastructure here in terms of these tubeways. Because if we go over to, oh god, where are you? Here, this one. This is one that I just finished probably like 10 minutes ago. Similar concept. Did I see? I missed a block. Are you serious? They can't reach that now. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is definitely a day. Okay, fine. I'll put all that back and then build this block. So the water will come through here, go this way, or just straight out the side of the map. Absolutely brilliant. We've done another one all the way over. Oh, I've lost it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Right. Because I can't even see anymore. It's down here. So yeah, we have this lovely thing stretching all the way. So we might keep some of it to help go downwards, but... So I'm rambling all over the place today. Yeah, similar concept here. Close below contamination of 3. Close above contamination of... I can't remember. One of these numbers needs to be lower than the other. I think this one does, but never mind. We'll leave it that way and see what happens. I'm pretty sure that's going to be just fine. Because the water can't go anywhere else. It can't build up. It can't store. It can't make a pocket. It has to go one way or the other. Yes. Might even be able to set this to 0 and 1. I wouldn't, but might be able to. So we need to do that over here and a few of the others. And then we can move on to the next thing. And that one's done. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Yes. Okay. The next one, though, is going to be a little bit tricky. This bad boy over here. I'm loving this. This is so cool. Look at that. Sorry, I just get distracted. Okay, yep. Anyway, because this one's going to spew out bad water into here. Now, we want to turn all this into good water. We don't want bad water in anything. So, we might have to try and figure out a way of either connecting it up to... Oh, wow, that goes all the way to the bottom of the map. Oh, that's my fault. Yeah, that's my fault. Connecting it up to this... Wait, where are you? Where's the drain? Where did I put it? Oh, we're not even there. To this thing, or... I think we just create our own one, a new one. So, in that case, I reckon we're going to need to start dynamiting. We're going to want this good water still, though. So, if we go and we chuck a sluicey right here... Oh, which we can't because of that tree. Gosh, darn it! Okay, fine. You know what? Put in that then. We'll take this tree out. And then we'll put a sluice gate here for bad tide, I think. And then a hole right here. I think that'll work really well. Let's do this. So yeah, so we'll put the sluice gate here. The other way, this is the other way to do it. Those gates, you put them on. You know what? We're gonna need it there, aren't we? I mean, we could just do. No, too late. I'll put down the dynamite. We're gonna need it there. Okay, let's get that in. Oh, thank goodness. I thought he was about to go walk over here. And then we need another one here. So that's another way you can do it. We're going to probably block all this off when we're done. Okay, so we want this to close when the contamination goes above 3%, and we want that one to open. We want it to close when the contamination drops above, below. Oh my goodness, it's the other way around. Yeah, this one. Right? Yeah, because it stopped, now it's going to pump. Okay, good. Let's... That's not going to cause any problem. It's only bots working this, I think. I hope. We'll find out. Start putting in the fireworks, please. That'll be lovely. This is absolutely gross. We could... You know what? I think we should. I think we should. Oh, this is always... Yeah, go that way first. Hello? Why won't you let me put it... There we go. A bad side is just coming to an end. And as you can see, it's nice and clean in here. Absolutely beautiful. And most of the clean water that was in here has now been pushed out. And I think these things are starting to empty. There's a few more we still need to tighten up. Like there's a water source right here. I have the infrastructure in for that because we'll sort that out in the next video. But what were we working on? Yes, this bad boy right here. It was annoying to make, but it is done. With this in mind, in future games, I think I'll keep the very bottom row of the map. So this is technically tiled -1. So block 0 right here. This will all be for this. So we just tap into it out of the map. And then we'll make the next one above or the one above that for water. Maybe we'll see. It all depends on the map. But yeah, so I'm going to keep the infrastructure here just in case we do need it. It was a bit of a pain. I had to off-center the ladder, replace the dirt block. It was annoying, but it is now done. Because I think we've hit that lovely part of the game of the video where I've got to go. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. Sorry it's taken so long. The computer hopefully now is fixed. And in the next episode, when we've got the water sorted out, hopefully we can start thinking about where to put these guys. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you to my channel members and patrons. You guys are amazing. If you'd like to join them, there's a link down below somewhere. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.